Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Midday Live. We are here for another Midday Live, people. We're in the building. Smash your likes. Big up to everyone who's involved. Don and Lee are on their way. Don't worry, people. Lee is here today. He messaged me. He's just going to be here in a couple of minutes. So don't worry. We're not going to let him off. He will get cooked. He will get sliced. He will get chefed because, boy, they're in a bit of a mess right now. And Don Edu has left. He has left Arsenal. So, boy, we could see the capitulation of Arsenal. We could get prime AFTV back. You never know, man. It could be peak. But big up to everyone who's locked in. Shout out to the 3-point collectors. If you got 3 points, raise your hands. There you go.
Oh, only two of us. All right, big up, man. VIP club.
Even though I didn't think you were Jones, don't leave me hanging. Spud me, bro.
Yeah, this guy was trying to hate on my team, you know. 3-1 Aston Villa, he said. Right. Hey, behave.
Yeah. If you got 0 points, put your hand up. There we go.
And that's good enough.
And then I got a respectable 1 point. Should have been, to be fair, I don't know what that game was. A bit of a mid-off game. But we will talk about everything, including Chelsea as well, done and whatnot. Since Lee's not here, yeah, let's start Man City. 2-0, cherry-picked Man City. You know what I'm saying? I swear down, you know what I'm pissed off here? I'm pissed off on the big six here. Big up, Don. I didn't predict a Bournemouth win because I just felt like, for me, something was not right, man. You had injuries. You had... I don't know why I said City to win. I just said it because it was City. But... yo, I seen you. I called there LV, yeah. I didn't know his stream was delayed, yeah.
No,
I
delayed,
called
man.
him to be like, yo, hold that. Because I thought he'd seen the goal. Little did I know, he didn't see the goal. And he still carried on watching it. And then he seen the goal. He's like, what the fuck, man? But yeah, LV, what are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
It's difficult, man, for me, because I'm not used to these cookings. You know what I mean? So when they happen, bro, I crumble. You know, I'm fragile right now. Is the situation? My team is not performing. It's not performed pretty much all season, if I'm being honest with you. Yet somehow we were top of the league before the Bournemouth game, or like close to it, or whatever, unbeaten in the league. But I think the league was telling a bit of a lie. Oh, you hear these people say, "Oh, the league table's lying." I do think it was probably true, man, because we got lucky in so many of these games, and I've been waiting for us to start playing well. Like, I think, oh yeah, it's going to happen, and it's just not happening, man. You know what I mean? And listen, it's not crisis mode yet because obviously we're not doing too well, but our fixtures now, like, it's it now. We got to start performing. Otherwise, we're gonna struggle, mate. We got difficult games. We got Brighton up next, yeah, which is, bro, I'm not looking forward to that. And then after the international break, that's it. Spurs, Liverpool, United, Villa, like that's our period. So, like, we got to fix up, man, quick time. The squad is dying, yeah, because of the injuries. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying, like, that is the facts. And we ain't performing. I think Pep's making some mistakes. I don't know why he's playing Walker. Bro, Walker is not it right now. And he didn't even train for 18 days, and he started him, which is wild. Our midfield is just not it. It's so slow. It's old. Yeah, combined age 95. It ain't working. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Our second joint top scorers in all comps is Kovacic, Stones, Gvardiol, and Nunes, which tells you that we ain't scoring goals other than Haaland. Haaland don't score, we don't score. Defense is poor. Big up Edison, man. Some City fans said they were happy for him to leave in the summer. I said you guys were waffling. Yeah, he made some big saves against Bournemouth. He could have been 4 or 5 if it wasn't for him. But we just got to try and pick up points, man, because that's where we're at. We're in the trenches at the moment, man. I can't lie. Like, we're not playing well. Pep's making mistakes. We just got to hope that it turns around real quick, man. Otherwise, we could be in the mud.
Yo,
Yet again, Spurs start the Man City downfall, man. The Spurs curse. As we was here on Monday, LB was saying, you have to beat us. Hey, we done it. Passed you over to the Cherries, and hey, cherry popped. But there are some bigger questions, some bigger things to talk about, because for me, I look at Arsenal, I look at Tottenham, I look at City, and I don't think there's much difference in the way that we play. When I look at City and I see the attacking problems, you guys look just as bad when you attack as Tottenham and Arsenal do at times. You get the ball out to the wing, see what the wingers can do. If they're putting in a ball into the box and just spam crosses, go to the byline, spam crosses. I think the biggest problem, like you said, the midfield is actually the attack. Phil Foden. Man's looking like Phil Mitchell when Sharon left him, bro. Man's got the kind of Fosters in the paint. You can't get a goal or assist for nothing. We have to talk. Like, his performance wasn't terrible against Bournemouth. I'm not going to go out there and say that. But the goal contribution, the lack of it, that's what you need from him. That's what you're there for. If Kevin De Bruyne's not turning up, Phil Foden's not turning up, you've got no one in the attack creating for Haaland. That's where the issues are, man. Because you had plenty of the ball, plenty against Bournemouth. Although they should have scored 4 or 5, you had plenty of chances. Nothing was done with it, man. Man City, as you said, there's problems, but it's not just in the defense or midfield; it's in the attack. And
this Rodri thing's killed us, man. I can't lie. Like, we all knew like this was going to be the case, yeah. But I said this in the summer. I think Rodri is the single most important player to any team in Europe. Yeah, like you take him out the team. We go from, I think, the best team in the world to like a good team. But like, we ain't the same, man. And we are seriously struggling now. Yeah, seriously struggling. And if we don't sign a player in January, then we ain't serious. We're not serious, man. We spent 25 million quid in the summer. Yeah, we obviously brought in Gundogan, who's 33, 34 for a short-term job. Yeah, we let Alvarez go and that's all chilling, but we didn't replace him. If we don't sign someone in January, then bro, like, what we
who do you go and get? Is it Zubimendi? Just Zubimendi, that's
bro,
it.
Like, I know we rejected Liverpool and that, yeah, but like, you've got to go to him now and say, listen, you're 10th in La Liga. You seriously want to stay at Real Sociedad, mate? Like, come to City, man. Like, and then people are telling me, well, what are you going to do when Rodri's back? Rodri's not going to be back properly for another year, mate. And then you can play both anyway. Yeah. So for me, that's 50 million quid. Yeah, Leo watch La Liga. He is top draw, mate. Yeah, he is top draw. So go and get him 50 mil, and that solves a lot of our problems. I know people think, nah, you got major problems. No. Our issues are coming because Rodri's not there. And it's just collapsing the defense. It's collapsing the attack. You get someone like Zubimendi in there, yeah, I think it fixes 90% of our issues. I think if we get him, we win the league. But don't get him.
Man, I think right now, it's obviously, like you said, LB, you're missing your most important player. But I think people need to start putting more respect on Bournemouth's name, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bournemouth are a very good team. I witnessed it when we played them. You know what I mean? I went into that game expecting to win, but I was not looking at that game thinking it was going to be straightforward, bro, because the way they press, and the way they whip in those crosses with Semenyo, Kluivert, that new striker they've got now is getting his feet in the door now. Obviously, Solanke scored 19 goals last year. He's had to come in and, you know, he was a bit dead at the beginning, but now he's starting to get used to the league. They're going to be a problem for teams, bro. They beat Arsenal. People would say, hey, but it was 10 men. Bro, even before the 10 men, they were playing well. You know what I'm saying? Bournemouth were playing well. So, bro, teams are going to struggle out there. Now I look back at the Chelsea win that we got there. Bro, it was a massive 3 points. Massive 3 points, bro. Bournemouth is not an easy place to go. You know what I mean? Before, it was a place you could just walk in there, get your 3 points and leave. But that guy they've got is very similar to what Poch does with his style of play. He likes to press. He likes intensity. Because I remember when obviously was linked to Poch leaving, I looked at him because Bournemouth were picking up a lot of points. But when I read up on him and I saw intensity, I said, nah. I don't want that. I've already had that with Poch. You know what I mean? But teams are going to struggle, man. That pitch is tight. You know what I'm saying? That pitch is very tight. You know, there's nowhere to hide, bro. There's nowhere to hide.
City you need energy, bro. You need energy. You need energy on a pitch like that, and we have no energy, man.
You know, obviously, I can only go off highlights. I didn't watch the game, but from what I saw, like from highlights, I feel like you're just missing Savio, that direct winger that would just run into the box and kind of create something. Because from what I saw, it was very side to side, like similar to what George was saying. It was going out to the wide men, kind of running out of ideas. But I think I think he's going to be a big miss. I don't know how serious that injury is. I know obviously
Savio's back on a bench, so I think he'll be fine like going forward. And it was on the bench for the game.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that, but. Yeah, I know. Obviously, Rodri's the glaring or obvious position, but I don't know. From what I seen in the highlights, there was no real penetration from you. That was very quite methodical. Even your goal, it was a good cross. I can't remember who put it in, and it was a wicked header by Vardy. By the way, he can finish like a striker and dribble like a winger. It's actually crazy how talented he is. But
him up front, man. You might get some goals, man.
I think we should have done that against Spurs.
You know what it is though.
Holland should have backed
City
again.
Still had chances. Yeah, bro. City still had chances in the game. Like as bad as you were, or as average as you were, even LB. Yeah, you still had some chances to win the game. Like towards the end, Haaland hit the post. You had Foden. It just went past the post. I think who was it in the box? It got laid back to someone and they missed. Can't remember who it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But big up Kirkes. Big up Kirkes, bro. Because I wanted to try at Chelsea and he got
That's
2
who I
assists.
want. That's what I want to sign. I want Kirkes, bro.
You know what? It is a
I've been talking about it for time to you, Ron.
Yeah, but once De Bruyne leaves, yeah, do we think that Foden's ready to take his mantle? Like, are we saying that like once De Bruyne leaves, yeah, that he's gonna be the guy that's gonna take his crown, or do they need a Florian Wirtz? Do they need a?
We need to go and get. Well, the thing is, yeah, here's the thing: we can't just let De Bruyne leave, yeah, and then not replace him. Because I've been cooking Arsenal for going into the season with Odegaard as their only creative midfielder, yeah? And so I can't then say, oh, yeah, when De Bruyne leaves, it's fine, just let Foden have the reins. No, we need to go and sign someone else, man. Do you know what I mean? You got Musiala's obviously looking like he's going to sign a new deal, but until he's signed it, it's not done. And you got Wirtz, who probably will leave Leverkusen, I imagine, at the end of the year. Yeah. You've got to go for one of them 2 players, man. You have to go for one of those 2 players to replace De Bruyne, 100%. Do you know what I mean? And like, listen, I didn't think Foden was poor against Bournemouth. I didn't think it was his best game. I didn't think it was poor. I think it was one of our better players, to be honest with you. But our lack of G&A outside of Haaland is scary. Scary, mate. You've got Kovacic. Have you guys seen these numbers, man? Yeah, he's second highest goal scorer in our team. When that's a situation, that's a big problem, mate. Big problem, because that guy don't score goals. Yeah, we don't have no one in this team that scores goals other than Haaland. And that's an issue. You know, we went from Mahrez, Sterling, and Sane, right? All of them scored goals at City. All of them created chances. Now we've gone too far the other way, in my opinion, with these wingers in Grealish, Doku, who don't score or assist. Yeah, Núñez is now looking like our best left winger, which is wild. And Savinho, who looks a great player, but it's his first season. He only got 9 goals at Girona last year, so he's never going to be putting up Mahrez numbers, and he's getting a lot of injuries. So I think for me, I think this team is coming to a bit of an end in its sort of like era or whatever you want to say. And I think a lot of money needs to be spent on this team in the next window, man.
Jeez, fam.
LB, that's why I want you to drop as many points as you can till January, because unlike the rest of, maybe not Don, but unlike the rest of us, your owners are actually ambitious. So I know you're kind of worrying about maybe not replacing, not signing players in January, but you will. This is why I need to continue you lot dropping points. and hopefully you can create a bigger stretch, because you know what City are on in January. If you don't need to improve your team, you will. You don't dilly-dally about. You'll spend the money to improve. But yeah, right now it's not looking good for you though, at all.
Yeah. Lee, what are you saying, man? Man City.
This is the thing though, Roms. I was telling Matisse about 2 weeks ago, yeah. But
Is it delayed?
I think there's a bit.
Yeah.
Is it me or John?
No. See, it's Wi-Fi is
I think
moving
it
like
was me.
wakey on the wing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, he's moving like by the wake on the wing.
Hey,
man.
laggy, bro.
Hey, you want to talk about bro, moving like that fake Brazilian on your wing, bro? What are you talking about? That's where it's moving.
Like,
Like right
you
now.
don't even need to chat to me about my team. I know we're shit, bro. Like, you gas up all your players. I don't. They're all crap.
Yeah.
Hold that.
We'll get onto that. I was just gonna ask Lee, do you reckon this is a gimmick? Like, do you reckon Man City just fix themselves? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you know what it is, Saeed? Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah, that is a tough place to go. Chelsea are the only team to beat them there this season at home.
Yeah,
like, they're the only team to beat them at their ground this season. Yeah, and let's be real. Yeah, if they took their chances, if Semenyo had passed the ball properly, they would have scored a third. They hit the post. Yeah, they could have scored 4 or 5. I watched the game. Yeah, I was doing
Man's guy over. The guy missed an open goalie, bruv.
Yeah, they could have scored 5. Yeah, I was sat there watching it, and I'm thinking, like, yeah, they'll get back into this. They'll get back into this. Then it goes 2-0, and you're thinking, oh, this is a bit tricky now. But they still had chances, and this is the thing here. They will create chances. But the difference is, yeah, without KDB in that team, yeah, and without Rodri in that team, they are easier to get at.
Facts.
Yeah, so in January, and like Ron said a minute ago, if they can get 9 or 10 points clear by January, yeah, Man City have got a massive problem. Yeah, we're out of it anyway. I don't care what anyone tells me. We're dusted. Yeah, we're in the top 4 race. Yeah, if Liverpool continue doing what they're doing, yeah, and they've got some big games coming up. Same with City. I mean, City have got Sporting this week, and they've got Brighton at the weekend, I think. That's 2 tough games. That could be 2 losses.
They've got Spurs, Liverpool, Villa, all
Bro,
I'm saying. But Liverpool got some big games coming up. So everyone can get back into it. Yeah, but as it stands, we're out of it.
Like, Lee, I was telling Matisse, this year I smell blood, bro. Right, and he was basically just like not trying to hear what I was saying. I said, bro, Man City haven't got Rodri right now. They're not playing great. The defense is shit. People talk about Chelsea's defense not great, right? No, bro, I'll tell you what I meant by that. You know what I'm saying? Because you might already know what I think of my team and what I think my team is potentially capable of doing, right? Because I said to Matisse, if we're still up there in January in touching distance, I want us to go for it. I don't want us to have the mentality of, oh, it's the first year, first phase, fuck the phase shit, right? Because when there's an opportunity there, you grab it. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality that you gotta have, bro. You grab it. Yeah, you aim for the stars. If you don't land on the stars, you land on the moon, so you get top 4 comfortably. Right?
It sounds like a Tom Gruder with all of these things. I aim for the stars, guys.
10 game. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got to aim for the stars, bro. This bro,
you could have been yesterday, bro.
He doesn't believe in his team. He keeps talking to me about. He keeps telling me I think Arsenal going to go on a 10-game winning run and that, bro. Right now, I don't see Arsenal doing that. I don't see Arsenal going on no 10-game winning run.
No.
I told Rob,
Phrase me properly. Phrase me properly. Listen. I'm not letting you misquote me. I said when Odegaard comes back. Listen. When Odegaard, because now you're mixing words. When Odegaard comes back, Arsenal will close the gap to still win the league. In my opinion,
no.
We will go on a little run. I actually believe that.
We won't. When Odegaard comes back, he'll do nothing like he always does. Yeah, that guy's created 1 big chance since April. Yeah, and everyone's going on like, no, but Roms, let me just say this. Sorry, mate. Yeah, let's not forget. Yeah, I've seen so many people say, "Oh, when Odegaard's back, they're missing creativity. They're missing this. They're missing that." Yeah, Odegaard. It's not like Bergkamp's coming back. He's shit, bruv. He's crap. He's mastered the art of running around, making himself look busy. Yeah, without doing anything. The guy's trash.
You know what?
And not only that, he was part of the reason we bottled an 8-point lead and didn't win it last season. So now we're chasing, and we're supposed to think that this guy is the savior of Arsenal. Come on, Roms, man. He's rubbish. He ain't going to do nothing.
Do you know what, Lido? I just thought I said to Don. Because when you had Odegaard in the team, you were winning games, but you weren't playing well. That's my point. I reckon when he comes back, you still won't be playing well, but you'll get points on the board, which mean you'll ultimately close the gap. I'm not saying you'll win the league. I don't think you'll win the league.
This season we're done, bro. We're done.
I think once, because your run after the Chelsea game is better than ours and City's, put it like that. And I think if he comes back into the fold, Arsenal winning games. You weren't playing well, but you were winning games.
Yeah, Roms, we just lost at the weekend to Newcastle. We've drawn with Brighton. We lost to Bournemouth. I ain't worried about the big teams. It's these teams I'm worried about. Last season, we were dropping points against West Ham and Fulham. The season before, we dropped points against West Ham, Southampton. Yeah, we always bottle it against the little teams. I ain't worried about the big teams. We'll always turn up in them. Yeah, it's the little teams. Odegaard is not it, bro. Trust me.
I could be wrong. I just think once he comes back, Arsenal will rack up wins. You won't win the league, but you'll start racking up wins. That's just what I believe.
Yeah, I get that, Roms. But even before Odegaard got injured, they weren't playing great, bro. Like,
but they were winning. That's my point.
Their attack was mainly Saka and Havertz that were turning up, right? Yeah. So, like I said, Liverpool right now, bro. If you're a Liverpool fan, rub your hands, bro, because I'm looking at City. Like I said, they're missing Rodri. They're not playing well. You're looking at Arsenal. You know, if they lose to us this weekend, bro, it's going to be borderline impossible to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Right?
That's true. If they go 9 or 10 points clear, then that's going to be a tough mission. But then it's how they sustain that mentally. Yeah, as for that guy in the chat, unique Arsenal, yeah? Bro, I've seen Arsenal win 5 leagues. You've seen none. How about hold that?
And do you know what you lot are saying, in terms of us potentially going 9 to 10 points clear? Say what you want about FSG. But in January, they like to pull out big, we signed Coutinho, baller, signed Sturridge, baller in January. Van Dijk basically transformed our club, baller. Luis Diaz, his first 6 months here, was a baller. Yeah. Normally, our big signings come in January. So,
you know what, Roms, as well. I said that I called this early on in the season, right? I said, listen, I think this league is dictated to by what happens in January.
Facts.
Because all 3 of us need major signings. I think if my club goes out there and does what we need to do and signs someone like a Zubimendi, providing that we can stay within 7 points of Liverpool by January, I think we'll go on and win it personally, But if Liverpool are like 6, 7, 8, 9 points clear and go out and invest properly, especially in that midfield, then they could legit go and do it. They also heavy around Salah as well. As for Arsenal, I think that actually they need actually quite a lot of work, to be honest with you. So I think January is massive. I think January tells us what's going to happen. We'll see which clubs are serious in January.
What word do they need? What word do they need, LB? Just out of interest.
I think they need players all over the gaff.
Bro, they need loads, man.
Did they need a new manager?
How long we got, bro?
Before we move on to before we move on to Arsenal, I'm going to get these super chats in. By the way, it's 2.3k in the building. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Smash a like. Make sure you follow everyone's channels, man. You get me? Big up Saeed and the man them. Is Foden this season the worst defense of a Premier Player of the Year in the Premier League history? Wow.
People are jumping on this guy. Like, they're so desperate. They're so desperate to jump on it. Bro, he started 3 games, right? Because he's not been fit, And like, bro, he didn't even play that badly against Bournemouth, man. Like, people are just cooking him for that. Bro, he's like,
played bad
people are just desperate, man.
That was
crazy,
thing, man.
Yeah, if they had the same standards for their own players, our clubs wouldn't be trash, would they?
Yeah. Oscar Bob would have been City's Player of the Year, but injury. That was a big miss. I can't lie. He would have been quality. I'll get that for later. Big up to yours truly. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think Pep is starting to decline, or is he hiding the main plan for the second half of the season? We know Walker and Silva are finished, but what about 47? I think that's Phil
Foden, 47. Hey, also, bro, I don't know how long you've been watching football in it, but this happens to City every single year. Every single year, we always go through a bad period, innit? We did it last year. We didn't win a game in 5 matches. It was all in the league.
Yeah. Sue says, let's put this in perspective for how shit United have been. They're 13th, only 6 points behind Arsenal. And Arsenal are 7 points behind Liverpool in 5th. Listen, man, don't put us in the conversation, man. We're
actually closer to Man U than we are to Liverpool. That is mad.
You know what's so crazy, man? Spurs this weekend. If we draw at the weekend league, Spurs and Spurs win, they go above us.
Let's not talk about it. We don't want to talk about it, Dom, because we have more goals scored and less goals conceded than them. But let's not talk about it. I don't want to.
Yeah. By the way, super duper, the greatest defense ever by this guy here, Mr. Bubs. Shout out to Bubs. He says, Mr. Lee Gunner, I've heard Bubs, Jordan, and a few other Arsenal fans say Liverpool are still not a threat. 7 points ahead. Can you explain this to me?
I don't know who they think they are. We got players that have been there and done it. I don't know who they think they are, honestly.
I'll tell you who they think they are. They'll sell family members for a viral tweet, bro. That's who they think they are. They want to read it. No, real talk. They chat shit, bro. This fan base are the biggest single problem why my club's been buried for a long time. Yeah, and then when these people that have their big accounts online actually use them to call out the crap at this football club, we might move forward. Until then, Stan Kroenke's rubbing his hands together. Yeah, because when Man City lost at the weekend, all the top gooners are out there going, "Is yours gold? Is yours gold?" Who cares, mate? Who cares? How are you mugging Man City off? Like, 'cause they lost one game. We're 5th.
They're disrespected. The thing is, they're disrespecting Liverpool. I'm hearing a lot of Arsenal fans say, well, City dropped points as well. And I'm like, bro, like, City haven't been better than Liverpool. Like, you're actually looking at the wrong team right now. And that's why I told you, Roms, last week, because you were like, oh, yeah, but I'm pissed because they had players coming off. And I said, bro, be humble. Because, yes, you didn't expect the game to go away. Be humble, right? Because last week, you lot did... Hold on, Roms. Let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Let me finish what I'm saying. The reason why I said be humble is because you didn't play well last week, but you still managed to come from behind twice, bro. And you got a point. So you didn't lose that game. Did you get it? That was my point. That was the point that I was making. Yeah, like me yesterday, bro. I was shit yesterday, but I still didn't end up losing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Don. I hear you, but I don't think you're listening to my thing. From when we equalised with the back four they had and the players we had on, we still should have won. That's where my frustration comes from. But I get your point. I get your point now. But it only looks nice now that them two dropped points and we won, because let's say if they both won now. Last week still looked Saka. We should have capitalized.
That's why right now you're like, right, do you know what? I'm glad that we didn't lose that game. That's my point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we got City soon. And listen, I back us against most teams at Anfield. That's a game I'm looking forward to. That is a game I'm looking forward to.
But you know what, though? What? Can we just dissect it, though? Because the game at Newcastle, Lee, you looked lack of ideas. I think do you have one shot on target, was it? I don't even know. One shot on target.
For last year. Last year we had none.
One shot on target. I mean, bro, like Arsenal used to be at least entertaining to watch here, but bro, you've turned this to this like, I don't know what it is, bro. Like it's just a very, very weird team that's heavily relying on Saka on the right hand side to do something. Havertz went missing. Martinelli, I never rated him. I said it from day one. I don't think he's great. But yeah, man, I swear down, bro, Lee, it ain't easy, bro. When I say it ain't easy, bro.
Oh, listen, I've been telling everyone for 5 years this month that this guy ain't it, mate. Yeah, it's not difficult to predict. Yeah, the guy'd never managed a football club before. Yeah, and the fact that he was allowed the keys to one of the biggest clubs in England and Europe, and everyone just accepted it, was a disgrace. Yeah, the fact that we've wasted 800 million quid on Dross is a disgrace. Now Edu's gone, he wants out, he's resigning. Yeah, we'll take Arteta with you then, mate. Yeah, the whole board can resign. Yeah, basically he's spunked all of our money and he's leaving. Yeah, because let's just be real with it. That team on paper is an absolute shambles for 800 million. Yeah, we brought in Raheem Sterling. We need a goal at the weekend. Where is he? Oh, he held bench. Didn't get on the pitch. We brought on two defenders and a defensive midfielder when we're trying to get a goal. Are you mad? Then Saka was limping around the pitch for 15 minutes. He should have been taken off. But he's looked at the bench and gone, don't really fancy Sterling coming on and scoring. I'll leave Saka on to see if he can walk the injury off, which he did. Yeah, but I said it for years now. I said Saka would be finished by 26. Yeah, because this guy is getting run into the ground. He should not be playing that long in every game. 90 minutes nearly every week. Yeah, and he drops stinker after stinker and his GA masks it. Yeah, he's a good player. I'm not knocking him. But when he's dropping stinker, he is stinky, bro. Yeah, then he'll take a corner. We score from it. Oh, but he got an assist. And what? Yeah, and what? An assist that led to what? Nothing. Like, it's jarring, bro. Yeah, it's absolutely jarring because these fans gas up everything. Yeah, they couldn't blame VAR at the weekend, could they? Arsenal were scary. Arsenal were mentality monsters. No, Arsenal were scared. Were Newcastle scared of Arsenal? Were Bournemouth scared of Arsenal? Were Brighton scared of Arsenal? Yeah, were Atalanta scared of Arsenal? It's a disgrace. Yeah, were Liverpool scared of Arsenal? Yeah, we're not as good as people think we are, and we've been winging it for years, mate. Yeah, now Edu's going to leave. Yeah, because the money's dried up. Yeah, and he's wasted it all, and they've probably said, no more money, lads. Yeah, no more money. Yeah, apparently there's a power struggle, apparently, between Arteta and Edu. Well, obviously. Yeah, obviously. Right, Arteta runs the whole club. From top to bottom, he has a say on absolutely everything in that football club. Yeah, and this season we're done, bro. Yeah, we're done. Them players were looking around the pitch at the weekend like they couldn't be asked. Yeah, you got Saka walking around, Martinelli running around like a crackhead, just running the ball out of play for a goal kick every time. Yeah, and you got 29 standing up front. Maybe he'd lost his donkey. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he'd lost his donkey, bro. He's got a deep relationship with donkeys, apparently. Yeah, his nickname is the donkey. No, real talk. I'm not even going there, bro. It's one of the zestiest articles you'll ever read in your life, mate. Yeah, like
So it's a real thing. So it's a real thing.
It was when he was at Chelsea. He did the article. Donna know this. He owns donkeys. He says he sees himself in them. Balls.
He said about.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He said about. Is that the same article about the Skittles at halftime and that energy?
No, that's a different one. No, I think that's a different one. I haven't seen this one. I read it out yesterday. I haven't seen it. Yeah, it is weird, bro. But anyway.
Send me the link after the shoot. I'll
send you. It's weird, bro. Yeah, Hoffnung the donkey and that. Do you know what I'm saying? That means hope in the Germans. Yeah, it's weird. What did he do in that game? Because somebody tell me where he was playing at the weekend. Yeah, then you got Declan Rice running around like he's running in treacle and tranquilized. Right, then the defense. Yeah, this guy, right, in the last couple of games, because he doesn't want to play Zinchenko or Kivior at left back, he's playing Thomas Partey at right back, Timber at left back. Yeah, who got run ragged, by the way, at the weekend. Yeah, because he doesn't want to play two players that he done 60 million quid on to play at left back. So he puts a right back, right centre back at left back, plays our best midfielder at right back. His head's gone, mate. This sounds like Wenger in the last year of Wenger. Yeah, I remember going up to Anfield and seeing Oxlade-Chamberlain playing right wing back. 3 days later, he signed for Liverpool. Yeah, and he didn't want to be on the pitch. This reminds me of this. Yeah, you got William Saliba. His body language after the game tells me he's had enough. Yeah, Ben White. Yeah, coming on the pitch with a set of tights on. Like, why are you wearing tights, bruv? Yeah, with a nappy. No, real talk. He's got a nappy on and tights, bruv. Yeah, all these fake team huddles. Oh, we're together. Yeah, okay, gosh. Mate. What, you squeezing lemons again? What are we doing here? I've had it up to here with this club, bro. Seriously. Yeah, this manager's getting them to slice a lemon and squeeze lemon juice into a jar and then all pour it into one big bowl. Yeah, go down Speaker's Corner, mate, if you want to do the motivational talking and that. Like, real talk, this guy is a disgrace. Yeah, and he has conned millions of people into believing that he is the guy to get us over the line. He's not. Stack him. Yeah, and I've been saying it on the 25th of this month. That was 3 weeks before he got the job. I said he ain't going to amount to nothing and he'll send us back 5 years. 5 years later, here we are, 800 million deep, and we're doing nothing. Yeah, but I'm the problem. Apparently it's me that's the problem. No, that team stinks and he's rubbish, bro. Yeah, and after that goal winning, we never looked like getting back in that game. We could still be playing that game right now. Yeah, and we would
never score 100%.
No, like Arsenal don't really have many creators like that. Like, away from Saka, there's no one else really. Odegaard, you can argue him, but again, like Lee said, one big chance created since, was it April, right?
April 22nd, yeah.
He does help Saka play better because he does a lot of like reverse.
I don't think he does. I think Saka plays better without him. No, Odegaard's master DR of running around, pressing the defender. Yeah, so it makes it look like he's working hard. He always runs the longest and most distance and that, yeah? Then when he gets the ball, he does this little skippy little drop of the shoulder like this, running around with his arms waving around. So it makes it look like he's doing shit. Yeah, and then takes about 5 million touches and then passes it backwards. He's crap, bro. Yeah, no, yeah, I've seen proper ballers at my football club, yeah? He's rubbish, yeah? And one thing I will say when I shut up, yeah? In the summer, I rated that transfer window as 0 out of 10. We got a 22-man squad. We've gone back 3. Yeah, it was 25 last year. We've gone back to 22 now. I said we needed a striker. Well, we still need a striker. I said we needed a number 10. Yeah, I said we needed a right winger. I said we needed another midfielder. Yeah, and potentially a defender. And what did we do? We brought Calafiori, who's going to be at FC Como in 2 years because he's trash. Yeah, we then signed Mikel Merino, the third best midfielder in Sociedad, and he's trash. And we've done 75 million quid on them two. One of them had 1 year left on his contract, by the way. They're both on 120, 130 grand a week. Yeah, then we go and get Raheem Sterling. We were that close to titles 2 years straight, and that's our transfer window. You're taking the piss. Then we go and get Norbert Neto on loan. No. His first name's Norbert. His first name's Norberto.
But Lee, are you surprised then? Because this, like you said, there was a power struggle between Arteta and Edu, and I feel like this transfer window was very, this is what showed the power struggle. You can clearly see there was no planning. There was
so Edu didn't want these players, or Edu wanted it. Who wanted who?
I read this morning that apparently he didn't.
So Edu wanted different players.
Yeah, apparently that's
they sound like Arteta signings though. Sterling, obviously the whole man.
Defo sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, can I just confirm this Rampage guy in the chat, bro? I watched nearly every single game of Real Sociedad last season. He was nowhere near their best player. Yeah, Zubimendi was clear.
I think he shadow eyed you up.
Yeah, maybe he is. Brace Mendes is miles better than him and had a better season than him. Yeah, he looks like Bruno, by the way. Bruno Fernandes looks identical. Yeah, he's better than him. Yeah, Zubimendi was easily their best player. Yeah, and you can say that Kubo had a better season than him.
What does it add to your team, though, this Marino?
Nothing, bro. Apparently, he was going to unlock Martinelli. Well, did he forget the key?
What do you mean?
Did he forget to bring the key from Spain? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know what he's meant to do.
I was on stream all summer with Arsenal fans. That's exactly what they said. They said him in left centre mid is going to be able to unlock the left side of Arsenal.
Yeah, but these fans, and every club has these fans. Every club has these fans who never seen this guy in their life, and then will just be like, "Yeah, he's mint. He's going to do this." It's like, have you actually ever watched it?
I said this to a girl on stream. I said to a girl on stream the other day. He was going, "Yeah, but Calafiore." I said, "How many Bologna games did you watch last season?" I said, "I watched 2," and he was trashing both. Yeah, I said, and he went, "Oh well, I can't say as I watched him." I said, "So why are you gassing him up then?" Yeah,
they'll see you.
And now check this, yeah, right? Now check this. I said, "How many Sociedad games do you watch?" None. Okay, so why are you gassing up Marino then? Yeah, and this is the problem with these people. Yeah. Then I said to him, "Name one Italian centre back in your entire existence on this planet that has directly left Serie A to come straight to the Prem, not go somewhere else and then the Prem, from Serie A straight to the Prem centre back that has smashed it. There ain't one." There ain't one. Yeah, maybe you could say Ogbonna. Yeah, because he won a trophy, I think, at West Ham. Other than that, we're struggling for centre-backs. He will be back in Italy inside 2 years. Yeah, he's trash, bruv. That guy cannot defend. He is the Zucchini Zinchenko. Because he runs around a lot, yeah, and his hair's bobbing up and down, right, and they fancy him, and he wears a headband. Yeah, nah, man, I am sick to death of this football club. And when this manager goes there, the next manager will not get back about this guy. Yeah, this fan base will not back him. Yeah, and the club will not back him. And then around and around and round we go. We have spunked the best part of 800 million quid, and that is the state of our team. That's embarrassing, bro.
You know what? Lee, that's the thing. That's the thing, though, Lee. Like, that's the problem that you get because a lot of Arsenal fans, yeah, like, look, you get some real ones, like Lee, you get, Potts and that. They'll just tell you how it is, right? But even when Arsenal win, when the likes of Jordan and that will be like, okay, cool, you won. But when you actually look at the performance, there was more bad than good. It's, oh, you're a hater. It's you're this, you're that. You just want to talk shit about our club. You don't know what you're talking about, right? Until the evidence is literally in their face, right? You've got no wins in 3 now. You could potentially be, I think, is it 7th or 8th if they lose this weekend against Chelsea and that, yeah? They could be completely, like, they could be out of the top 6, I believe, yeah, if they lose that game against us, right? It's not looking good right now. And for me, I'll be real. I'm not surprised by this because I've been watching Arsenal and they have not been convincing me, bro. They have not been convincing me. Their best performance came up against Liverpool in the first half in October. Yeah, that was their best performance against PSG. That game, I looked at that game. They played well, but PSG, I'll be real, they didn't even have a striker that game. It literally played into Arsenal's hands. Saliba and Gabriel were basically having a picnic all game, bro. Right? Away from that, they have not been playing that well. Aston Villa, they could have lost that game if Watkins could fucking finish his chances. Yeah.
Yeah. Wolves are first day of the season. First game of the season, Wolves, we got pammed in that game at times, yeah? Yeah, and well, I say pammed. They had chances and couldn't finish the final ball. If they had had the final ball, they would have got a goal, yeah? And then, out of nowhere, we scored. We were shit in that game. That was the first game of the season. I knew it would be a long season, yeah? Against Southampton, you're right. Against Leicester, 93rd minute, 97th minute. Yeah, fair play. 2 goals that came out the blue for them. But again, everyone was gassing up our defence. Yeah, well, this defense has now conceded 11 goals, the same as Man United.
Bro, but this defense that everyone was saying is going to be, we've
been winging it, bro. We've been winging it. We're a catfish, bro.
You know what?
You don't find it funny, yeah? Not doing this at Lee, but they're saying, you know what? We could break Chelsea's defensive record.
Nah, it's wild, bro.
Crazy stuff, bro.
That record will never be beaten, in my opinion. But here's the thing with this Arsenal team. I don't know your views on this, right? But I actually think Arteta built the team playing a really good way 2 years ago. Fast pace, get the ball forward.
Yes.
And I don't know about you guys, but like he slowed it right down. And I really don't think that suits him. And then people gas up the defense. Well, of course, your defense is going to be better if you're slowing it down and you're going to be more rigid and more
and you have 4 defenders and 3 defensive midfielders. Of
course, you're going to concede less goals when that happens. But I actually think that what made Arsenal so scary a few years ago was how quickly they got the ball forward and how quickly they transitioned on you. Now, it's all very slow. And people will say, well, that's how you play City, but we won stuff. I actually think he's took this team the wrong direction. I think he should have gone and bought these more explosive style players to get the ball forward quickly. I don't think this really suits this set of players. Or suits
I
this
think
team.
the players have got the ump with it as well, LB. There's a lot of players that are just looking around, yeah. Right. If you go and have a look at, Rom, you'll remember this game, 5-5 at Anfield.
I was there.
There you go. Look how good Arsenal
5-5.
played. Look how well Saka played. Look how well Martinelli played. Look how good Joe Willock was in that game, yeah? Right? Yeah. That game was fire, I can't lie. Go and have a look at how Arsenal played. That was the last embers of Unai Emery. Yeah, that was one of his last games. Yeah, 77 Saka, 35 Martinelli, yeah, running rings around people. Now look at Saka. He's robotic, he's boring, he's predictable. But he gets GA. Yeah, that leads to nothing. Every single one of his goals. Can somebody name me the most important goal that guy's ever scored in his career? Because all of them are led to fuck all.
Lee, when I said, do you know what, Lee? Yeah, when I said this, I said Saka, when he's not in his natural habitat, I was just winding up gooners. He doesn't do it in a big game. They're like, yes, he does. They're naming Spurs, Stamford Bridge and United. And with respect to all three of them, George, with respect for all three of them, recent years, they've not been that great. When it comes to title rivals at Liverpool, City, at the Allianz, at the Dragao, St. James Park, these are games Saka's never performed in. So it's like you can do it at home, but away from home, and they're like, oh, you're hating. He does. Then you start naming home games. I'm like, listen, like read before you reply. I said specifically big away games. But I said this and they start crying. But he doesn't do it away from home in the big games for me. Not enough anyway.
So Lee said they're out of the title race. That's Lee's point of view. What are you man saying? Like, are they out of it? Or because for me,
put a nail in the coffin.
They don't have that same.
I think we can put a nail in the coffin. I think we can put that nail in the coffin.
Go on.
Say that again.
I said, I think we can. Personally, I think we can put that nail in the coffin. If we beat them this weekend, that's going to be like a 4 or 5 game swing, bro. They'll need if Liverpool win their next game, bro. And if Man City win their next game as well, bro, Liverpool, you're basically you're dependent on them to lose games, and for this team that are performing the way they are to be winning games. I just don't see it, bro. Even with Odegaard coming back, I don't see it.
I think the saving grace for Arsenal is, look, they're having their injury problems. But if you look at Liverpool's squad, you look at City's squad, both of them have very thin squads. Yeah. Just like City are dropping points right now with the injuries, Liverpool are due to get injuries. I'm not saying that I'm wishing it on them, but every team does. Big players are going to get injured, especially Liverpool's midfield. That's where these guys are weak. 1 or 2 injuries to the likes of Gravenberch and McAllister, and they've got no one to play in there. No structure. It's going to be a mess. Arsenal saving grace.
There's his Salah, George.
Not 100%, but I just think with the midfield is where they're weakest with depth-wise. Once you lose 2 of your biggest midfield players, the system's all gonna fall apart. I genuinely think that Arsenal's saving grace will be that when other teams start having injuries, they'll start to pick up their points. It's very early in the season. We have to be honest here. Like people have pointed out, this point in the season last year, Tottenham was top of the league. We were unbeaten. And then we end up going on a mad run, like finishing wherever we finish. So the whole point here is we're still in October. There's only 10 games in. There can be a massive swing in this. And it only takes, like you said, 3 or 4 games on a winning streak for you to close that gap. I don't think Arsenal are out of the race at all.
I think you're spot on. I know Don and Lee are right in Arsenal. I'll make this clear. Arsenal aren't winning the league. I don't think they're winning the league. However, to say they're out of this after 10 games, for me, is a bit too premature. I think Arsenal close the gap. They just won't win the league. I still think it's a 3-horse race. And I think Chelsea beat Arsenal next week. I'll give an early prediction. Even with that deficit, like you said, it's still early in the season. Liverpool and City will get injuries. And this is why January is so important, because let's say we have a 7 to 10 point gap over Arsenal. Then I see my club sign 2-3 players in January. That's when I'm saying, you know what? I don't rate this Arsenal team to come back because they never showed it. They don't have the players to do it. But then if we start getting injuries and then we don't sign someone in January and then Arsenal going into a run, I think they're still in it. So I think it's too early.
Rob, I hear you, yeah. But you've seen your team win a league. LB, you've seen your team win multiple leagues. Yeah, Don, you've seen your team win leagues. Saeed, you've seen your team win. Sorry, Jules, I know you can't relate. Yeah, I've seen my team win 5 leagues. Yeah, we all know what a title-winning team looks like. Yeah, we all know, and obviously, Joel, I know you know I'm only taking a piss. You've obviously seen other teams win titles. Yeah, right. So we all know what a title-winning team looks like. There's no way anybody can genuinely sit there and say that Arsenal will be back in the title race. Yeah, that team stinks for it.
Let me ask you this question now, Lee. Yeah, let me ask you.
And we're not playing well. And when we're sorry to cut in here, let me just land this point. Right, we're not playing well. The players look lost. The manager looks lost every time we go behind. He's just standing there with that gormless look on his face. Yeah, looking at his bench, going, "Oh, don't really fancy bringing Raheem on. Oh, I'll bring Zinchenko on." Do me a favour, bro.
Jesus to play on the wing.
The only player we are missing is Martin Odegaard. That is a first team starter. That is the only first team starter. People can waffle about Calafiori. He's only just got here.
Lee,
Yeah.
now I'm going to ask you this question, yeah? Do you think you'll spend in January?
Nope.
Nah, I don't think they will, you know.
But your logic now makes sense, because when I look at some of your January signings, Arshavin, Aubameyang, Trossard, you don't have that track record of
When
signing.
we were 8 points clear or 7 points clear, we decided to sign Jorginho. Yeah, Jorginho. Yeah, we both bought in Trossard and we bought in Kivior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was cool with Trossard. I think that was the first one out the three. I was like, yo, we're in business. We're 7-8 points clear. We're going to do it now. Yeah, and I started getting gassed. Then I see Jorginho and Kivior. I'm like, no, we're done. We're done. And we bottled an 8-point lead. And our CEO, who's now not our CEO, stood on Sky saying we're in a top 4 race. Top 4 was the aim. Now he's gone. Now Edu's gone. Yeah, Arteta will probably be CEO in a couple of years. He runs that whole club, bro.
He's a mafia. But
don't you think the timing of this Edu?
Yeah, go on, John.
I was just gonna say the timing of this Edu, him leaving and the sacking and so on, is for me in time, sort of with the planning of the January transfer window. I think Arsenal thought we need to do this now if we're gonna make this decision, so we can improve in January. You've got about 6 weeks to plan to sort of figure out your targets and where you want to improve. I think Arteta's gonna I think Arsenal are going to improve in January. Like, I don't know whether it's going to be good players. Like I say, the question is always whether Arsenal are going to go and spend actual money or you're just going to go get some, rubbish replacements from the bottom of the table. That's where the question lies. But whether you're going to improve,
what is the hit rate of these players, these transfers that Arsenal
that's the
made?
problem. Is the hit rate?
The success rate ain't that great, man. If you actually look through the list. You know what I mean? Bro, I'm being serious, man. I checked it out. It's not a mad good success rate, bro. So the question is, if it is Arteta that's been signing these players, is it actually a good thing that Edu's gone? Maybe Edu was the guy who was trying to tell this guy not to sign these players. Yeah. But his problem is he's give too much control to Arteta because he's done well by finishing second.
Apparently, he wants to go to Wolves. He wants to go to Nottingham Forest. But my thing is,
you're spot on, LB.
This window was rated a 8 out of 10 from some.
Not by me, it weren't, mate. 0.
Not you. So when you look at it now, Marino, Calafiori, and Sterling, that. Bro, I said they needed a striker, bro, to kind of get, they needed a marquee signing. There was no marquee signings there. And ultimately, and the ones that they had, he was talking about Jesus. You remember in the summer, he was saying about Jesus, saying, he looks different this year. He's in preseason, I feel like there's a different Jesus. I was like, bro, where's this different Jesus?
Can I just say about this Gyökeres guy? Because I see so many people, and it's not a diss to the guy in the chat, but I see so many people, bring in Gyökeres. Yeah, and then what? We're camped on the edge of everyone's penalty box. What's he going to do then? What, stand in the box like Haaland? He's not Haaland, bro.
He's spacing to run into.
Yeah, he's like an Ollie Watkins and an Isak. I keep hearing, bring Isak in. He plays on the transition. He plays on the counter. Well, look at most of their goals here. They were facing up a defender, dropping a shoulder and banging them in. Yeah, we needed somebody like a Morata.
Yeah.
Somebody like that can win header. You can laugh at Morata. He's won 18 trophies. Yeah, and he's played for every big club out there. And he would have cost 10 million quid. I would have took him in a heartbeat.
You needed someone like Action Jackson, bro. You know what I mean? You showed guys how to do Sean Byrne. Action Jackson last week showed man what to do against them man there. You know what I'm saying? Roms, don't ever try and say that my man's better than Jackson and that. Don't ever try and say shit like that again, bro. You know what I mean? That's
what was he yesterday, man? Where was he yesterday?
I hold my hands up there. I got it wrong, bro. Forgive me.
Why are you gassing up guys that got locked up yesterday, bro, man? Missing
locked up.
You want
to go straight into it now? You want to go straight into that fucking game?
Hey, come on, Akon, give us a rendition now. Locked up, they won't let me out.
I got locked in yesterday, bro. Listen, I'm just going to quickly look at
I've Ibrahim here as well. I see Ibrahim.
Noni hasn't even been mentioned. He's been summoned. You know what I'm saying? Lee mentioned Noni at the beginning. He's been summoned already.
Yeah, he heard Manu AK. He said, I'm here for Dons.
Look at the state of that.
Inter Milan, bro, tough game. Chelsea, tough game. Forest are flying at the minute, tough game. Sporting Lisbon away, tough game. West Ham away, they're shit at the minute. Yeah. You probably win that game.
New manager,
New manager bounce.
Fulham away ain't easy.
New manager bounce. Fulham away. He lost their last season. Ain't easy.
Hold up. Did you just say West Ham got a new manager?
No. They could have a new manager.
I reckon they will by then.
Yeah, they will. They will.
By the 8th of December, we're finished.
Bro, by here, Yo, you could be finished.
Even Monaco won't be easy. They're flat. I remember a couple of years ago, I think Bernardo Silva and that were there. They come to the Emirates and
Balogun plays for them, innit? You watch him come back and score against us.
I need a Smith Rowe dagger, bro. That's what I fucking need.
Yo, Lee, man, Girona away, man. You gonna go there? How far Girona to you?
Oh, that's a mission, bro. That's like 10 hours. Yeah, that's 10 hours, bro.
Say no more. Right, let's get some super chats in, guys. 2.8k in the building, man. With 893 likes. Let's get up to 1,000 likes, people, man. What part of the phases is Edu leaving on the lead, or does the process now restart from phase one?
I want to know whose dog it is. Is it a club dog? Is it Edu's dog? Is it Arteta's dog?
Trust me.
Is it a
He takes the
cronky
dog
dog?
with him. He takes the dog with him, man. I reckon.
Well, he likes sucking toes, mate. Do you know what I'm saying?
Big up to Vegeto. Sama says, he says, Saliba is a centre back in films. Nah. Arteta, nah, this is crazy, man.
That's wild.
These are the ones you just say for the chat. Just read it yourself.
Yeah, you guys read it yourself, bro, because, boy, we're going to get demonetized here, man. Chelsea, bro. Yo, but geez, I don't know what you've been doing last night, bro, but listen, hope you enjoy yourself, man. Safe says, Edu wants Forest. Apparently, he wants to go to a club with Champions League trophy.
Get out of here, man.
Right, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Too much disbelief.
Let's move on to Liverpool, because I think title race doesn't make sense for us to go back down to the mid-off and then go up again. Let's go to Chelsea and Liverpool. Bro, I can't lie to you, yeah. Brighton could have done more to you lot. But then, second half, Curtis Jones changed the game for you lot. And then, boom,
Gomez. And you see Joe Gomez when he came on, look.
Yeah.
People know, but the season we won the league, it was him and I think Matip for half the season and Gomez for the other half the season. Gomez and Van Dijk once were one of the best partnerships about. Like, he's one big honest with us. He came on. Curtis Jones was cold as well. You saw it in the build-up for Salah's goal. But Joe Gomez came on and was stopping Rutter, Welbeck, Matone. He was stopping every counter. There was times where they were overloading us at 3-on-1s, 4-on-2s, and Joe Gomez was just defending by himself. I think he was class. But that first half was probably the worst we had all season. And I know we've had bad ones against Arsenal and a few other games. I know Ipswich weren't the greatest, but context, it was the first day of the season. But that first half, I was like, no way. Do you know what I love about being at home?
Yeah.
We couldn't get any worse. That was the positive. We couldn't get any worse. And I was saying to my boy that I was watching it with, we'll win this game. One thing about my club at home, away from home is a bit different. But at home, I know we lost against Forest, but I genuinely back us to beat anyone. So we were huffing and puffing. We were taking the game to them. They started the second half quite slow. And after the Cadriodi goal, they were pressuring us. But I was saying to my boy, they need to go 2-0 up if they're to get anything from this game. Because if we equalise, we win this game. I know what we're like at home. And people, I know Don went to a 12:30 kickoff a couple of seasons ago saying that Anfield atmosphere, the myth and that. Listen, when Anfield wants to rock, it rocks. And
Yeah.
A couple of days ago, it literally happened. So made 1-1. Look, I have to give flowers to Gakpo. People think just because I've got a general certain players, I won't praise. I'm not that mad. That Gakpo on the left, he's been putting up numbers in all competitions. I said he mainly plays better in cup games, the Carabaos, the FA Cups, Europa League. But in the league now, there's a reason Luis Diaz isn't starting. I know people aren't really speaking about this, but Slot at this moment in time prefers Gakpo on that left, and he's putting up the numbers to show for it. Yeah, you can say he even come out and said it wasn't a shot, it was a cross. It was quite fortunate, but it was a good cross. The reason why it went in is because it was a good cross. So you have to big up Gakpo. Salah, look, this is what the best players do. He didn't have a good game, but that's what game winners do. You don't have to be having a good game. Out of the blue wins us the game. Like that, cuts in. I think some of their changes, you could tell they were fatiguing a bit. But Salah said, you know what, let me win this game. Gets us the 3 points. And this is without them knowing scores elsewhere. Because I genuinely believe if they had probably known the City score, it could have done something to our players. Or maybe someone whispered our City are down. And we just thought, look, we need to do a professional job. Because we are in this race. We're well within this race. And I think it was a massive 3 points. You saw it in Arne Slott's expression. At the end of the game, he literally huts that. You know the sigh of relief. Big Even the last 5-6 minutes side, like they want one thing I'll give to I think Hertzler, that's how you pronounce his name. Hertzler. He's got Brighton cooking. But the thing is, Brighton's same problem is what they had under Potter 3-4 years ago, where it all looks pretty, but they don't really have that cutting edge. And I know Welbeck's played very well this season. I think he's got 7 or 8 league goals. I know he's up there. But Brighton should have been 2-3-0 up. I know Nunes had a chance first half, but they were cooking us first half. I have to have it right, but you don't let us come back in a game at Anfield. You just don't. That most teams know this. And the minute it went 1-1, I said, yeah, we got it. I actually thought it would end 3-1. So the fact we didn't get another one was a bit, disappointing. But we got the 3 points, and that's what happens. Literally, that's what Salah did.
Man.
He didn't have the best of games. He just
Henry's record. Do you reckon he'll get more goals than Henry?
If he stays next season, yes. If he stays, he's on 164. He surpassed Robbie Fowler. Robbie Fowler said a little tweet.
Henry's on 175.
Yeah, and he's on 164. But Robbie Fowler put out a tweet and said, I always like number 9 anyway, because he dropped to 9 in the order and he wore the number 9 shirt. But I think Salah could break it if he stays another season. But I don't know if you lot saw his tweet. He said, no matter what happens, them choice of words are, you know what I mean? I always remember what he likes feeling at Anfield. Now, I don't want to go too early, but that sounds like a player where it's still up in the air. We need to tie him down. Some people are saying Van Dijk's the most important. I said early, out of the 3, for me, it'll be Salah number 1. He wins us games. He literally wins us games. And he didn't have the best game, but he can turn it on. Like that.
I think he's calling out the club there, Roms, to say, get me the fucking wage. I don't think he wants to leave. I'm going to be real. I don't think he wants to leave. If he wanted to leave, he would have left LB. He's coming out saying all this. He said it after that game, didn't he? Like a couple of months ago, saying the club haven't even offered him a new contract at that point, which is absolutely wild and a disgrace. He should be calling that out. I think he's basically saying, listen, I'm still the best player in it. Give me the money that I deserve. I don't know what the club are doing, whether they've not offered him a contract, whether they have, and if they have offered him, have they lowered his wages because of his age? But at the end of the day, this guy is still putting up crazy numbers. And if he stays fit, I said it in the summer, if he stays fit, you will be in a title race because if he scores goals pretty much every game, man. Guy's a freak.
And you know what, LB? You know what you were saying earlier when George was saying teams get injuries? He does not get injured. And the one time he got injured last season, you saw our results. It was a bit jittery, but literally in his 7-8 years here, he does not get in. He looks after himself so well. So, no, I think out of the 3 for me, I know Trent's the young one and still in his prime, but he's the game winner. He literally is the game winner. We need to tie him down, man. We need to. Yeah. But Saeed, like you said, there's more praise for, obviously I gave Joe Gomez is prop, but Curtis Jones, like, people can say what they want about him. I've always rated this guy. Our families are very 50-50 on him. Very 50-50 on him, but there's always been a player there.
I think he's clear of that Harvey Elliott as well, I think he's well better than him. I think he's more effective for
LB, I said this.
Comes in. Harvey Elliott might score a couple bangers on that, which is fair dues, right? But who's actually more effective? I think Curtis Jones, the way he plays the game, I think he can actually dictate the tempo as well if he wants to. If he's given that license to, I think he can really get on it. I think again though, Liverpool, like the others, comes down to what you do in January. You didn't sign no one in the summer. They
will spend more, I think, for me, because they haven't spent in the summer. They will
12
actually spend more.
But you know what these guys are like, though, Saeed, man. They're stingy. They're stingy owners. They're stingy club, really, if you think about it. So they need to go out and. But if they don't spend any money, Roms, you Liverpool fans need to be getting onto these guys and saying, "Yo, what the fuck are we doing here, man?"
LB, it will be an atrocity because we only spent less than all of you. That we only spent 12 million in the summer. So if we don't spend now, I think we'll be right.
We spent 25, bro. We're fucking broke, bro.
But what you guys have done well, Roms, is like you said before, you guys always make January acquisitions, and you tend to go
big names as well.
You guys tend to go for like a 40-50 million big signing, someone that's going to make an impact. So in this January window, I think you guys are probably going to see that happen. I think Liverpool are going to improve. And the one thing you said that you have over the other teams is the world-class players, man. Like, you just have to look at the way that you guys turn the game on its head on the weekend. It's literally, once they scored that first goal, you guys scored. It was like game's done. Game's done. I literally, after that second goal went in, I turned it off and started watching the City game again because I was like, this is over. Liverpool do what Liverpool do, man. They get one.
Brighton had chances, man.
They did. Once Liverpool smell blood, it's game over. Man.
In that first half, they were whopping him.
I feel like for me, McAllister's is having a poor season, man. Like, I don't know what you lot think, but I think Curtis Jones has performed better than McAllister this season. Like, I've not seen the same McAllister as last season, but Liverpool fans are telling me, "Oh no, he's been good this season." Like, I don't think I've seen the same McAllister
since he's come back from the international break. I think Chelsea, he wasn't his greatest. Who did we have after Chelsea? I think Chelsea wasn't his greatest.
Palace weren't great.
Arsenal, Arsenal, Chelsea. And they're the two games since he's come out. But I wouldn't say he's had a poor season side because I think before the international break, he was class. But what's happened, side, and I said this all the time, where Gravenberch has been so good and the shiny new toy that we didn't get to see last season, he's getting all the plaudits and McAllister's not getting any recognition. For me, he's still my favourite midfielder at the club. But I do agree with you, Saeed. He's going through a slight dip in form. And Scott even said it. When they come back from the last international break, he done his hip. He had a little hip injury. And I don't know maybe if he's nursing that, handing that through games. And I know he's a bit ill and whatnot, but he needs to step it up a bit. But end of the day, we're still winning games. I think one thing with McAllister, though, he can be a bit too rash because Don will remember, even last minute against Chelsea, he puts in that needless foul on Cole Palmer and then Nkunku probably should have equalised from that last set piece. So that's one thing I'll say about McAllister. Sometimes he can be a bit too rash, but he's still class. But you're right, he's going through a bit of a dip.
I think for me, listen, Liverpool, I don't know what Babs is smoking, but you got to take them seriously, man, because boy, they're there in it. You feel me? Like, and they're winning games. And next weekend, I think you'll beat Villa, and then I think
I'm not thinking about Villa just yet. Leverkusen before then.
Leverkusen. But to be fair, I spoke to Leverkusen fans. Yeah, big up to them. They were in Old Trafford and they went to a couple of games in England, didn't it? And they were like, "Yo, man, I think we're not that great this season." You know what I mean? So they're worried about you lot. So they were like, "Yo,
you know what?
They're not that great. I watched them the other night. They were trash the other night.
0-0 against Stuttgart.
They weren't great.
Yeah, they weren't great.
I watched them in the Champions League. They had the early game against Brest, 1-1 away from home. And their line is incredibly hot. Like,
what phase is the Brest manager in, by the way? He hadn't managed for 12 years. He was the sporting director at Watford. Got him qualified for Champions League first season. Now he's sat third in.
That's what phase is Brest in, yo. That's before the implantation phase, man. That's what you're in.
That's bad.
That is crazy. That is true, man. There's certain man like Hansi Flick's doing his thing, like, and they've been in a job. And
did you see your Miles pass yesterday for almost goal?
That was ridiculous.
Didn't they cook again yesterday?
That's my team, bro.
They were 3-0 up, but it ended 3-1. But Espanyol had 2 goals disallowed by a millimetre for offside.
Even Caicedo's pass for Rafinha.
Oh, mate, Rafinha's goal was class as well. Just dink the keeper, mate.
That was a goal.
He's quality, man.
Yeah, it just shows, doesn't it? If you get a proper manager, you don't need to spend a fortune.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fair play. Like, Arne Slot deserves big credit this season. I took the mick out of him. Yeah, a lot of people did. And you know what? Fair play to him, man. He's doing his thing.
Did people take the mick out of Arne Slot, though?
I said they'd have a big fall off and struggle to get top 4.
Yeah.
Do you know what, LB? The only guy I'm going to give his flowers to is George, because George wanted him at Spurs, and George has been saying for years, Arne Slot's a good manager. And a few of the other Spurs, it's mainly Spurs fans, because they did their due diligence, but the general consensus was Liverpool going to fall off. He can't replace Klopp. They're going to be in a top 4 challenge. So, no, people were mocking him a lot.
I always had you in third, man. The only thing I'd say about Slot, and this is like, obviously, Ten Hag's not there anymore, but I could see after like 1 or 2 games that this guy already had like a game plan and already had like a style of play. Like, he implemented it so quickly. So it's not surprising to me. They've just got to back him in January now, innit? See what happens, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get this super chat in here. He says, I'm saying Pep's choice to start Gundo, Walcott, make late sub, bench savvy, not last game, but the other game. Let's wait for play to get back. Let's see Nunes in the middle. So big up to you, my friend, for that super chat. Let's talk about the mid-off, man. You know what I mean? By the way, what did you predict for this game, by the way? What did you predict this game?
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1. Oh, so you didn't do a madness then. Okay, fair enough.
You thought he did a Matisse. 4-1.
Yeah, I thought he did a Matisse. So fair play. But I swear down, bro, we had a better chance in the game, which is the craziest thing about it. We just were wasteful. Garnacho, Broski, and I let Lee cook him because, boy, I'm just getting fed up with this guy, bro, because even Casemiro, did you not see Casemiro go sick at him, bro? He just went mental. He's greedy. And, bro, we ain't got nothing up front. Like, our attack is shit. And our defense held you, man, out. By the way, Case Stinker and hooked. Jackson missing. Cole Palmer
defrosted.
You know what I mean?
Defrosted. He should have been hooked.
Yeah, again, another big game.
Big game. We have to talk about that. But for us, I'm not really happy with a draw, but I also realized that a point was a fair result for everyone. Nobody deserved to win. And yeah, bro, it was a very, very low quality game, man. Like proper low quality. Like I was bored in the stadium. Bored.
It was so bad. Like honestly, as a Chelsea fan, yeah, that was the worst performance of our season, right? Because we got infected by how shit you lot are, bro. Yeah. People that
don't be deflecting to make up they dragged you down to their level.
You did drag us down to their level.
No. You do not get to blame United for our shit. No.
Don't do that.
Bro, my
You're
team
the only one that
I'm
can't beat
full
United.
for
You're not
reason.
doing that, though.
Yeah. Bro, Jules, don't do that. You're below me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I dropped points yesterday, but you're still below me, my G.
Until next
You know
week,
what I'm saying?
bro. Until next
I'm
week.
full. I'm full for a reason.
This
I'm
guy's a
full
massive
for a
deflector.
reason. But unfortunately, guys came up yesterday and were just young delinquents again, bro. You know what I'm saying? They were misbehaving in attack, bro. Yeah, that attack yesterday was absolutely horrendous. I was shouting at my TV all fucking game because I'm looking at United. First of all, from the back, they're not even pressing us like that. We had so much time between our defenders. Reece James, Colwell, Fofana. Every time they get in the ball, they've just got so much time on it, right? Our midfield was bypassing Casemiro and Ugarte as if they're not there, bro. Yeah, these men were not winning nothing, right? In terms of breaking up play and that. In attack, I'm seeing Palmer. He can play a pass to Neto. He's choosing to shoot. I'm seeing Cucurella come off the bench. He can pass the ball to Neto. He's deciding to shoot. I'm seeing Gusto getting the ball in so many dangerous areas. He's passing it off the pitch, right? There were so many moments that we could have created better chances, better opportunities to score, and we kept breaking down our attacks, right? I don't think United's defense was bad yesterday, but I don't think it was
very
amazing.
good.
You didn't have to be. You didn't. What I'm saying is, I don't think your defense had to be amazing because we kept breaking down our attacks before we got into that last little action. Do you get what I'm saying? Before that final ball,
Mazraoui was outstanding. Mazraoui was outstanding.
Mazraoui was good.
By the way, King.
He did.
The 1v1 game that you've been gassing up all year, yeah? Like, he ain't had a good game since the Wolves game.
Oh,
which I said on here, by the way. I said it was struggle to hit 10 league goals. He scored one since.
Bro, he scored 5 goals. He's going to get to 10 goals this season, bro. He'll get to 10, yeah? Listen, Mazraoui locked up Madueke. Cool, fair enough. But the point that I'm making is our decision making in the final third yesterday was shocking, bro. So bad. It was so bad. That last little action that we needed to get into a dangerous area, to whip it in, to cross it in, to shoot, was just shocking, bro.
Yeah, but Don, two things can be right. Two things can be right at once. Because look, Saeed seems the last team I want to be defending. But yeah, you look what decision making was poor, but they also nullified you. Two things can actually be right at once.
I didn't say they didn't defend well, bro. But how am I supposed to give United praise when I'm seeing Neto running in so much space? I'm seeing Cucurella looking at him. Neto's asking for the ball in space where he's running behind. He's running behind the fullback, yeah, in order to get the ball to whip it in. He doesn't get the ball, bro. I'm seeing Madueke running into space again. What's his name? Gusto's getting on the ball. He's not giving it to him in the space, bro. It's breaking down before he gets there, right? There was a pass towards the end of the half.
We're so composed. We're understanding where you're. We had good position yesterday. Lissandro, I think he made a interception yesterday. Like, bro, we did our job. Don't make it out like you were the shit. We were good defensively. Simple.
Saeed, I've got to look at my team. Saeed, Gusto is struggling to make a simple pass to Madueke, and you're telling me I should look at Man United for that? Yeah, you're telling me I should look at United. I should look at United, yeah, for Cucurella deciding to shoot instead of passing to Neto in space. I should look at United for that, right?
Well, you were trying to look at United.
Say your shit then, innit? Say your shit then.
Because you were diverting to Man United for bringing you down the level. Yeah, now you don't want to look at Man United for bringing you down the level. You want to look at your own players for not passing.
My point is, yeah, we got in dangerous areas and we did not make.
Because you're not that good. You've scored 13 of your 20 goals against 3 teams this season.
Lee, hold on, Lee. We're not going to talk about our attack not being good because we've scored more goals than you. That's number one.
Yeah, and you scored three games. You scored 13 of your 20 goals. So in the other 7, you're averaging a goal a game.
And so
you're not that good.
We're still outscoring teams. We scored 6 goals. What you expect us to score 6 goals every single week?
No, Dom. You're misunderstanding my point. You scored 3 against West Ham. You scored 4 against Brighton, and you scored 6 against Wolves.
Yeah,
right? They're all teams you should be beating, by the way. Yeah, you should be beating them because if you're as good as you make them out to be, you should be beating all 3 of them. Yeah, you've scored 20 goals, well done, but 13 have come in them 3 games. So your attack is not as good as you think it is. When it clicks in them games, fantastic, you walloped them. but it ain't clicking in as many games as you think it is. Yeah, because you're averaging a goal a game in the other 7 after that.
I get what you're trying to say, but what I'm saying is I've seen us play a lot better than that in attack, right? Defensively, we weren't bad. Away from Sanchez's bozo moment for the penalty. I don't think he was bad in the game. Hold on, Jules, before you come in. I don't think he was bad in the game. Fofana, Rasmus was just getting manhandled by my man. Rasmus was on the floor more than he was.
Rasmus was awful.
more than he was trying to play. Yeah, Fofana dealt with him. Cole, I thought didn't have a bad game. I didn't think Reece James had a bad game. He locked up Garnacho for majority of the game. Right, so defensively, it wasn't an issue, bro. Like we had a lapse of concentration for the penalty that they won. Very good goal from Casemiro. Fofana mistimed his jump, and Sanchez did what he did, right? But away from that, bro, like again, I'm looking at Caicedo. He can walk away from the game. Brilliant performance from him. He was man of the match for sure, and that goal that he scored was amazing as well. You know, Neto was the only attacker that was trying to make things happen. But Palmer, bro, he was a disgrace yesterday, bro. You know what I mean? He was pissing me off. His attitude the whole game is as if he wasn't trying to play at more than 2 miles per hour, bro. Yeah, these lot walked into yesterday thinking they're just gonna win. Yeah, you still had to do your job. Man United were there for the taking, bro. I'm looking at this United team, yeah, and your manager has a lot of work to do. Your manager
you're saying United there for the taking, but we had the better chance of the game.
I know you did, bro, and that's my point. That's my point. We were shit, and you were shit as well. That's my point, bro. Yeah, you were getting in good positions to score, but your finishing was all over the place, just like it's been all season, right? Your manager's got a big job on his hands. But my point is, that was the worst performance I've seen from my team. You've seen many of these performances this season already, bro. Is my point. Yeah, we literally stooped down to your level yesterday, and it was fucking embarrassing.
Don't you think it's fair to say, especially when you spoke about how you were breaking down your own attacks, it's fair to say Man United, it was the exact same thing on the other side. Garnacho had blood in his hand. The amount of counter-attacks man was blowing through, especially that one where all he had to do was tap it in front for Diallo. I don't know what this guy was thinking. He had this about 3 or 4 times in the game. You have to just look at... I looked at the game and I was watching. I said, for me, Man United were the better team. I think Man United, they got into more dangerous positions, but they just lacked the conviction in the final third. Like you said, they've had problems all season. But you yourselves defensively, that's where I looked at the problem to you guys. You were far too open at the back. You said you were good, but they found themselves through time and time again, especially on the counter. If you was against a team, like you said, again, better attackers, they would have been flying through that Chelsea back line. They would have had fun yesterday. Any good, decent winger had far too much open space down the right-hand side. I don't think Reece James had a good game at all. I don't think he had a good game.
What?
Reece didn't do anything going forward. He didn't do anything going forward and anything.
I don't think because he wasn't tasked to go forward. That was Gusto that was going forward. Reece locked up both sides, bro. Reece locked up both sides.
And are you going to talk about Gusto? Because like you said, Gusto was one of the best right backs in the league last year. What was he doing?
But he wasn't playing as a right back yesterday. He wasn't even playing as a right back. We've got man basically playing as a box to box.
He's one of the best. Huh?
And I still believe that. But end of the day, George, he's playing in a position where he should not be playing, bro. I don't want to be seeing Gusto in the half space trying to pick up the ball where Palmer should be picking up the ball, bro. It stinks because his weight of pass is shit. Hold on, Roms. His weight of pass is shit. His crossing has been so bad. Yeah, his final ball has been so bad. Towards the end of the half, that's what I'm telling you, Roms, when I talk about the end product. Yeah, towards the end of the half, there was a simple through ball that Palmer would make to our striker. Gusto put so much power in it, yeah, and he even just did this. And then Maresca took him off at half time. That should tell you everything you need to know.
There wasn't even just one. There wasn't even just one. The amount of times you lot would actually beat their odd press, because like I said, they weren't pressing too much, but the odd time they did, you beat the press. The amount of times I saw Gusto about on the halfway line with Jackson running off him, Neto running off him, and he's either under hitting the pass or over hitting the pass. I was like, this, and no, you have to kind of credit Maresca for that, because Maresca left him on. I think it could have been curtains. He was poor. That's probably the worst I've seen Gusto play. Obviously, you watch your team more than me, but I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like George said, last season, he was one of the better right backs in the league. And now I'm just seeing the misplaced passes, even on his side, odd time getting skinned. Like, I don't know. Maybe he just needs a few games out of the team and then come back into the fold. Well, so play Cucurella and play Reece James in their positions.
Exactly, bro. Right now, Gusto is still learning his trade, and you know, I rate him, like I said. And for me, last year he was after Palmer, he was our most consistent player, right, at right back mainly. Yeah. This year he's learning a new role, which for me he can't play, bro. Yeah. If you want to play anyone in the half space, it has to be Cucurella. You play Cucurella, you start him. He goes in the left half space. Palmer goes into right half space, and Reece James stays as a back three. Because we already know Reece James, bro, he needs bionic legs. You don't want him bombing up and down anyway. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him bombing up and down.
In summary,
to preserve him.
You know what shit yesterday.
We were shit. We were shit. We're not shit.
You know what I mean? You came in with all the energy, all your Chelsea fan base talking about 4-1s. We're going to smack them up. And I told you, lot, you haven't beaten us in 11 years. I said, simmer down. You know what I mean? Simmer down, guys. I said, your record over there isn't all that. Cole Palmer frozen. This Jackson, the best striker in the league, missing, MIA. By the way, K1v1 Demon did nothing. So at the day, you man was shit. So just own it. That's it. You man was shit yesterday. That's it.
I said that already. We were shit.
A bit of
so were you.
A bit of
12 years now, yeah.
A bit of corn for Rude though. Rude got it wrong himself. Why are you still not starting your best forward? What more does Ahmad have to do? Why are you still not starting? Because you saw what Garnacho was on yesterday. Rashford didn't do much. I know he had that chance where it came in point blank, but he needs to hit the target at least. Shouldn't be hitting the crossbar going up top. Ahmad at least restores a bit of calm. He actually has good IQ. He can create something out of nothing. The fact Rude didn't start, because I looked at your bench was abysmal, full of young players. I don't even know half of them. But to not start Ahmad again, and you've got Rashford and Garnacho as your wingers, someone has to say it's about Rude. I know he's only here for the next couple of games, but start him. What more do you have to lose? And even if he does bad, you're off in a few weeks anyway. So what does Rude have to lose?
Bro, I can't lie. Amarin's got a massive job, because that forward line, I don't think you can save that forward line, you know. Like Joe, genuinely, that forward line, bro. I swear that, bro. That is. You know, if he gets a tune out of them players, yeah, and gets some scoring goals, I swear that.
Well, because they're trash players, bro. We all know that they're trash, innit? And the problem is, yeah, because you've been trash for so long, right? Some of your standards as fans, they naturally drop, because if you see Dross for a decade, eventually what you think is good isn't actually good. It's still Dross. So I'm anyone that rates Garnacho, anyone rates that Højlund, Xerxes, I think he's on my fraud watch list. Yeah, Anthony's trash. Rashford, he's not good enough. But in my opinion, they're all just like average players. You know what I mean? But some of your fans still rate them because you've seen so many bad players over the years. They think some of these players are good. They're not good enough for United. Yeah, you know I mean, you got to have difficult conversations, man.
Yeah, LB, honestly, yeah, watching that game yesterday, I was so angry because there wasn't a point in the game where I felt threatened that they were going to score, bro. Right? Even when they were on the transition and that, yeah, because obviously, cool. The way we play, we're going to leave space in behind. But I was just looking at their attack and I'm like, I'm not scared. But I literally tweeted, I said, bro, we are asking for a sucker punch because we're playing so shit. Yeah. Within 5 minutes of me tweeting that, they win the penalty, bro. You know what I mean? We done it to ourselves. So I don't want people saying we lost the game, we drew the game because of Sanchez and that. Bro, Sanchez was a minuscule problem in a bigger issue that we had yesterday. We were shit yesterday. That's what it was. Our attack was shit, bro.
Big up to Alex Boyce. Garnacho might be the worst wing in the league. No technical ability. Yo, Lee, shall I sell the stocks, man? Shall I just, you know what I mean? Shall we just allow it?
The guy stinks, man. How he plays 90 minutes is a disgrace. Yeah, and again, that's facilitated by your fan base. Yeah, because your fan base have put him on the pedestal of CR7. Yeah, he's been adopted by these CR7 fanboys because he wears his boxer shorts and does his celebration. They're like, what we're doing here is pathetic. Yeah, how that guy gets so much game time, bro. I said it before and I'll say it again. Yeah, he is the worst winger in the Premier League.
Is he worse than Werner? Is he worse than Werner?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. He's worse than Werner. He's worse than Werner. Yeah, Werner's movement's miles better than him. Yeah, so that gives him a leg up anyway.
Werner does have good movements.
Right? There was a chance yesterday where you were breaking away in the second half, and Ahmad was in. All he had to do was just pass it down the corner, and Ahmad was gone. Yeah. Instead, he carries on taking a touch. Then he's slowing down. He's getting into the box and smacks it straight off the first man. Yeah, it's like, come on, mate, what are you doing here?
Even the chance where he come back to him, where they had the cutback, and he had so much time to think about it. And what does he do? It hits his left foot.
Hits his standing leg. Mate, he'll be playing at Cadiz or Elche in a couple of years. Yeah, and the thing is, Amarim's going to come in there. He don't really play with wingers. Yeah, so Anthony's dusty.
Inside tens.
Yeah, so I'd imagine that you'll play with, I don't know, Xerxes and Ahmad in the tens. Yeah, and then you'll have your wing backs. Yeah, you'll have Mazraoui and Delo as wing backs. He's dusted, bro. Yeah, I reckon you'll probably play Rashford or Højlund up front. I'd imagine Rashford. because Rashford's got a bit of pace about him. Yeah, and Rashford's better one-on-one
He's
than
sharp
him.
right now.
But
You
yeah,
know
I
what it is?
think them wingers are done, you know. I think in the next couple of years, yeah, Granada loan incoming. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, and the day he leaves your football club, yeah, the day he leaves your football club, oh my days, there's going to be tears from your fan base. Oh, I can't believe we got rid of a generational talent. Do me a favour.
Nah, he ain't no
he's
generational talent.
rubbish.
Lee, at least you'll get to watch him every week. Every watch along, you'll
Hey,
be
mate, I swear
you
down,
would-
Januzaj is better than him.
Yeah, 100%.
Go and watch
Well, the thing
Januzaj's
is, yeah-
pass the other day for Las Palmas. Yeah, tell me
Januzaj was
again
better
when
than him.
Garnacho can do that.
Guys, did you see
Was that against
Casemiro?
Atletico Madrid?
No,
In
it's
a-
against
in a-
Villarreal.
Oh, I know they played.
Hey, Lee, I'm hearing my boy Valles. I'm hearing my boy Valles is playing well right now, man.
Oh, how many boys you got?
Look at this. Look at this. Guys, look at this guy. Look at this.
Look at him. Look, he's clueless, bro.
Look. But look at
And
Casemiro.
then he
here.
doesn't track back. He doesn't look. He's not tracking.
Casemiro.
And then
32
Casper said,
back.
"Fuck this! I'm just going to rugby tackle you."
Yeah, I've seen
Look at
that as
Casemiro.
well.
Look at Casemiro. Fucking, he went mental.
I rate
at
that.
him.
I love it when players do that, man. Yeah, I mean,
I
not enough
love
of those
it, bro.
players about anymore.
Look
He
at
had to take a yellow card. He had to take a yellow
Look
card.
at
yeah.
this. Why is that?
Man got folded, you know.
He had to take a yellow card, yeah, because this guy is trash. Yeah, and the thing is, when he got that ball up the other end, there was 2 or 3 options to pass. Yeah, but again, the problem with this guy is he wants to be the hero all the time. You got way too many players in your starting 11.
know.
They do that. Yeah, you
And
got
do you know
Rasmus wants to do it. You got him that wants to do it. Rashford,
what,
I
yeah,
actually thought Rashford played all right.
Do
But
you know what? Do you know what? 1 minute,
Go
Don, yeah? Do you know why I'm selfish from Garnacho as well? Because this now means you put one of their best players on a yellow. Now he has to play conservative for the rest of the game. When he might need to have that yellow later on in the game, when it's more useful, he now can't. If a player runs through on him, he has to now leave them. All because of Garnacho being lazy earlier on in the game. It's just selfish.
I wanna listen. This is annoying because this is a game where I should be speaking about 3 points and constantly speaking about Caicedo, bro. Because Caicedo yesterday, right, and Caicedo this season, even from last season, I'll probably say
he's
from
been
about
quality.
December onwards, he's been fucking quality, bro. Right,
Quality.
that goal that he scored to get us back in the game. If we didn't score that goal, we don't score any goals, bro. We lose that game because I just didn't see anything in attack.
You're actually going to adjust how every big game you've played this season, you predicted a win and you haven't won one of them. Are you going to win a big game?
I know this, bro.
Next week you've got one and you said you're going to win.
No,
You keep saying,
don't
wait, John, let me finish.
Don't cut off my prop on Caicedo yet. No. Don't cut off my prop on Caicedo yet because I was about to big up.
Caicedo prop, bro. This is
about to
big
big up
game.
Solanke.
You're going to win, then you ain't. You've got Arsenal next week. Are you going to win? Are you
For your
going
little
to do it?
section, for your little section, I was gonna big up Solanke because Cobham rose this weekend. I'm seeing Cobham scored 25% of the goals this weekend. You know what I mean? Lewis Hall rose, Livramento rose, Chalobah rose, Solanke rose, Hudson-Odoi rose. You know what I mean? Bears of my boys rose. You know what I'm saying? But Caicedo, bro, like this guy's he's upped his level. You know what I mean? He looks even better than what I was seeing at Brighton, bro. You know the goal that he scored, like I said, brilliant goal, bro. He needs to just carry on. He needs to carry on, man.
Yeah, I hear it. Let's give Tottenham their flowers, man, because before we wrap up, people, George 1-0 down, but you came back, and bro, what a victory, man! And I took Solanke out of my FPL, bro. Can you believe it? I was letting George know before.
Yeah, Roms, hold your hands up, bro. Hold your hands up because I remember
3-1 Villa.
Friday. What was he saying? I don't fancy Spurs. Spurs are not. They don't convince me. 3-1 Villa.
No, but you're still shit. Come on, let's have it right.
No. This is not what we're doing. We're not going to paint a new story because look, if Spurs are shit, let me just. I know Don loves a stat, so let me give you a quick stat. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've conceded fourth least amount of goals in the league this year. Second most goal. No, the most goals scored in the Premier League. The second best goal difference in the league. Third most wins in the league at the moment. And we're on a 9 out of 11. We've won 9 of our last 11. Obviously, we dropped points to Palace and Brighton, but Spurs have been doing the business. Apparently, we're rubbish, but under the radar, we continue to keep picking up wins, keep putting teams away. Villa, no one scores 4 goals against Villa. It's 2 games in a row we've done it against them.
Bro.
Like you said, Solanke got onto the score sheet after holding some slack all week for not getting shots on target. He done the business. That finish for the first goal, by the way, that shows a man with confidence. That's what you call a proper finish in front of goal. Kissed it over the goalkeeper, quick chip. And Ange done what Ange needed to do. In the first half, you could see Tottenham playing some good football. but there was just a few things that we were missing. Salah in the midfield stepped it up. Everyone keeps talking about, oh, Maddison, bad season, this, Maddison, that. You don't need Maddison in every game. We showed that yesterday. Salah was all over the pitch, doing the box-to-box role, just exactly how we needed him. And Spurs, yeah, we just done the business. That's all it was. We beat them 4-1 convincingly, and that's it, really. I don't really think there's too much to say on the game. Yeah, like
second half, Ange, bro.
Everyone thought we were going to lose.
You had no shots on target in the first half. Yeah, and then you came out higher tempo, pushed up further. And Villa just bottled it, bro. I can't lie. They were awful.
I will say one thing though. For Villa, unfortunately, I think Morgan Rogers going off did swing the game in our favour.
Did you see how pissed off he was? Because he didn't want to cut.
He was fuming. He was fuming.
He wasn't even injured. He was wasting time. Yeah, and then just dragged him off. It's like, what am I coming off for?
And all the way up until then, he was the one man driving through the middle of midfield. Literally didn't get stopped. He's winning fouls, getting free kicks, being disruptive, playing the game the way Aston Villa wanted to. And him coming off literally opened the game up for us, and we done what we needed to do. Man.
Do you know what, George? One player I want to bring up, because look, I got it wrong. I thought Villa in the form they've been, I know, especially that they drew their last game. I thought, they're going to go to Spurs and I thought they'll win comfy. So big up you lot. You didn't even just beat them, you battered them. But I think we need to speak on Kulusevski, because I think in that 10 role, there's an argument he could be better than Maddison. That little reverse ball, and he's been playing well centrally. I think even against City had a decent game. He might have taken Maddison's place now.
He's a more techie baller.
He's been taking his role.
He's more smarter. The thing is with Maddison, he's one of these typical sort of like English football guys, who's like, he's pretty decent in that, but unfortunately, like a lot of the English players, they lack IQ, they lack like the football intelligence of people that come from like Europe and that, and you can see it with Kulusevski. You can see that his type of passes, Maddison would never attempt these type of passes, little reverse balls.
Maddison,
I say this, no, Kulusevski, Maddison looks.
You don't think Maddison will attempt those sort of passes?
Well, they don't come off as much as someone like a Kulusevski.
That's like
the thing is with Maddison, when Maddison does something mint, it looks class, because of the way he plays. But if you're talking about someone who can provide you with a consistent performance in that midfield, and break down low blocks and that, I think Kulusevski is the one. Now, that doesn't mean that Maddison is washed at Spurs. I think there's still stuff that he can offer. But for me, if you're asking me who I'd rather have in a creative position in the middle, I'm taking Kulusevski.
No, that's exactly what we're saying. I think the thing with Maddison is Maddison's good from creating from deep. He can play a long ball, and he's got that long passing range that you need from someone who's going to play in a creative midfielder role, whereas Kulusevski just drives up the midfield. Like I said, he plays off instinct a lot better. A lot of the things he does in the final third are just 1-2 touches, and he's playing people through. He's just running the games, and right now I generally say there's no better creative midfielder in the league than him. Apart from, you could say, Cole, but I feel like Cole just has the numbers right now. I don't feel like his actual performances of running games has been as impressive as Kulu. But
they've been inconsistent. They've been inconsistent. I'll be honest.
George, so, like, I'm going to be a hater here and burst your bubble. Are you confident of going Turkey?
No. I can't lie. That super chat that come up is facts. Our away record has been questionable under Ange in general. And this season it's been terrible. At home, we've been managed to get out wins. Only Arsenal beating us. But the away record is it's shocking. The one thing I will say,
by the way, Mourinho's
Galatasaray game. I don't know. I'd like to say I'm confident, but that Istanbul, man. Once their fireworks, the flares are out. 100,000 fans screaming. We've got no Romero, no Van der Ven for that game. It's going to be shaky.
Oh, shit. Lock off.
Who's it? Dragusin and Davis, centre back pairing then.
Yeah. Against Osimhen. Yeah, long name. I don't know why. Tobes is actually going to the game. I think Tobes is flying out, so good luck to him, man. But I want to see that Jose Mourinho interview yesterday, apparently.
Oh, my days, bro. 8 minutes of gold. 8 minutes of gold. He said something along the lines of, the board didn't tell me the whole truth. They only told me half truths, and if I had known the whole truth, I wouldn't have come here.
Oh my word!
It was going off at the referee.
Big up, Charles.
Yeah, it was going off at the ref, man. It was funny, man. You got to watch it, bro.
Let's give a little bit of credit as well. Nottingham Forest as well. They deserve some credit.
What phase is Nuno in, by the way?
What phase is he in?
Big up Ola, man. Big up Ola. I forgot to mention him earlier. He's another one that turned up. Big him up.
Yeah,
man.
You see what you see their centre back Murillo, yeah.
Bro, he's cold, man. I want him at United.
He won't be there for long. He won't be there for long.
They got a better striker than Arsenal.
Even the new one that they bought, man, Milinkovic, bro. Bro, listen, Milinkovic has been a top signing, bro. That guy's a unit, bro. That centre back, he's been good, man.
I said about when Lacazette played for us and Wood was at Burnley, I compared their goal scoring record. Yeah, and Chris Wood had a better output. Yeah, and I said on a video, a stream back then, yeah, I said Chris Wood is a better striker than Lacazette. Yeah, and everyone, oh, you're clueless. You ain't got a clue what you're chatting about. And he is. Yeah, still all these years later, he's still bagging goals for fun.
Didn't he get like 14, 15 for Burn? Like no matter where he goes, he just bags.
And this is what I said on that video. I don't know what date it was or whatever, yeah, but Lacazette was in. I said, if you put Chris Wood at Arsenal and Lacazette at Burnley, do you think Lacazette had scored 14 at Burnley? Chris Wood had outbanged 14 at Arsenal. Yeah, we should have signed Chris Wood. Another one. I'm not even taking the piss. People are turning their nose up.
You would have never had that, bro. If you signed Chris Wood, you would have been losing your shit.
No. Anyone who watches me knows I rate that guy, yeah? And this is the same, yeah? You would have, if you would have laughed, yeah, probably when Real Madrid signed Joselu. The guy came up clutch and won him a Champions League.
I did. I definitely laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, these signings are the types of signings that can win you shit.
We're going to wrap it up now anyway. Big up to everyone who's locked in, people. Make sure you don't like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, man. Big up to LB, man. Love for coming on, bro.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up you guys on the panel as well. Big up the chat. And yeah, man. I'll see you next week after Brighton, innit? You know?
Yeah. Are you live today?
I did a little debrief this morning with me and Nobbins chatting about it and that, and it will be live later on as well, man. And so yeah, just big up, man, innit?
Big up, man. Don, when's your little debrief? Tuesday.
Blue Diaries, as always, tomorrow, people. Look out for that one. 6:30, that sort of time. I'll be on Rancy's channel later on today at 5. So we're gonna speak about the United Chelsea game as always. But yeah, man, big up LB, big up Lee, big up Saeed, big up Roms, big up Jules every time. Big up the chat, man. It's been a good chat.
On. Always, man. And big up Lee Gunner, man. You're live. I think at 4, isn't it, today?
Yeah. Podcast with the lads, Kenny, Jez, Matty. I'm going to record a video now about Edu, going through his signings.
I know what you're going to do.
It's a shame I ain't got a cigar. If I had a cigar, yeah, I would have smoked a cigar, bro. Yeah, I've got the barbecue outside as well. I could have started recording it outside, flipping a burger or something.
Oh yeah, I would have been shout, you know.
And then I'm gonna do a Premier League watch along tonight instead of a La Liga one. I'm gonna do that Fulham Brentford game. I think that'd be tasty. So
yeah, you know what? That'd be a good game, you know.
West London derby, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be decent. I think that'd be very decent.
There you go, people. Like I said, people, make sure you follow up everyone. I'll be live, Straight Jacket Podcast, 5:30, people, usual time. We're gonna raid Northside. Northside's live right now, people. So go ahead over there, spam the chat, Saeed TV raid, and I'll see you lot later on. What a show!
Thank you.
Peace.